My
It's
eyes
behind the bush
suck.
over there.
It was definitely on two legs.
Yes, it was walking.
Holy crap. Holy crap.
There's a certain magic in the untamed wilderness, where the line between myth and reality blurs into something mysterious and unsettling. The heart of Devon, a place known for its ancient woodlands and restless seas, became the stage for a spine-chilling discovery on March 2nd. Near the Maidencombe Coast Path in Torquay, members of the rock-solid coasteering group came across something that defied logic and sent chills down their spines. Pressed into the rain-soaked earth were footprints, massive impressions far beyond the size of a human foot. These weren't the familiar tread marks of hiking boots or sneakers. They were bare feet, enormous in size, nearly half a size larger than a size 11 boot. What made the discovery even more unnerving was the clarity of the prints. Every toe, every arch, every detail was perfectly defined, as if whatever had made them wanted to be remembered. Tracks that vanish into the shadows. The tracks discovered near the Maidencombe Coast Path seemed to whisper of an unseen presence, leaving behind a tantalizing clue. Emerging from the dense, shadowy Watcombe woods, the footprints followed the coastal path for approximately 20 meters before vanishing back into the tree's dark embrace. Their abrupt disappearance only deepened the mystery, as if whatever made them had stepped into another dimension. Leaving just enough evidence behind to ensure its existence couldn't be ignored. The precision and clarity of the tracks suggested purpose, as though the creature had walked this path deliberately. The weight and depth of each print hinted at a powerful being, capable of navigating rugged terrain with ease. Yet the eerie silence surrounding their trail, the lack of any other signs of disturbance, was almost ghostly. It was as if the creature had passed through undetected, save for the footprints it chose to leave behind. A fleeting reminder of something that didn't belong. Devon's history of mysteries. This wasn't the first time the woods of Devon had played host to the unexplainable. In 2006, over the course of 6 weeks, 15 witnesses came forward with chillingly similar accounts of a creature that defied logic. Each described a figure approximately 5 feet tall, covered in shaggy brown hair, with a face that unsettled even the bravest among them, a greenish hue that gave it an almost alien quality. What struck many of these witnesses wasn't just the creature's appearance, but its movements. It had no tail and swung through the trees with an agility that seemed impossible, moving swiftly and fluidly, as though gravity held no power over it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Those who encountered it reported being both mesmerized and terrified, their descriptions painting a picture of something otherworldly that didn't just inhabit the woods, but seemed to dominate them. These sightings became the talk of the region, with many residents hesitant to enter the woods alone. Locals spoke in hushed tones about what they believed to be a guardian, or perhaps a predator, watching from the treetops, its presence both fascinating and unnerving. The mystery deepened in 2018 when a train passenger traveling from Exeter to Bristol reported seeing a massive figure striding along a hedgerow. The sheer size of the creature was staggering. Its deliberate, almost mechanical strides were described as unnatural, as though it was something trying to mimic human movement but failing to fully blend in. The witness, frozen in shock, noted the creature's height and bulk, claiming it couldn't have been any ordinary animal. This sighting, unlike many others, occurred in broad daylight, lending it an air of credibility that nighttime encounters often lack. The witness's detailed account reignited public interest in the region's strange occurrences, with many speculating that the creature spotted along the hedgerow might be connected to the legends of Devon's woods. In 2022, John Downs, director of the North Devon Center for Fortean Zoology, added further weight to the claims. After studying reports and sightings over decades, Downs confirmed what many locals had long suspected. The woods of Devon are a hotbed of unexplained activity. He suggested that these sightings, footprints, and encounters weren't isolated incidents, but part of a larger pattern that pointed to something extraordinary dwelling in the region.
Oh, there he goes.
Downs' statement gave legitimacy to what had previously been dismissed as folklore. He argued that Devon's dense, ancient woodlands provided the perfect habitat for a creature that preferred to remain unseen. The thick canopies and remote paths offered ample cover, while the sparsely populated areas ensured minimal human interference. The idea of the woods holding secrets resonated deeply with the community, reigniting curiosity about the strange happenings in the area. For some, it was a source of excitement, a chance to explore the unknown. For others, it was a reason to avoid the forests altogether, fearing what might be watching from the shadows. The chilling clarity of the evidence. Take a good, hard look at the image of the footprint found in March. Study every ridge, every curve, every minute detail. The impression is far too large to belong to any human, and far too detailed to be dismissed as the work of a prankster. The sheer size of the footprint commands attention, half again larger than a size 11 boot. Its dimensions suggest a creature of massive proportions. And yet, it's not just the size that astounds. It's the definition, the clarity, the precision. The toes are distinctly imprinted, the arches perfectly formed, as if whatever made them pressed deliberately into the mud, leaving behind an undeniable trace of its presence. This is not some crude, muddled impression left by an opportunistic hoaxer. The depth of the print hints at weight, an immense creature exerting pressure as it stepped through the rain-soaked earth. The contours suggest anatomy unfamiliar to modern science, a foot designed for traversing rugged terrain with agility and strength. The level of detail rules out casual fabrication. The impression bears the marks of authenticity, of something walking these woods that simply shouldn't exist. And yet, here it is, etched into the ancient mud, challenging everything we think we know.
What the world? What is that? Oh, that's incredible.
The woods of Devon, with their ancient trees and dense canopies, have long been a place where the lines between reality and folklore blur like morning mist. These woodlands, cloaked in mystery, have always been fertile ground for tales of the unexplained. From whispered legends of strange sightings to eerie encounters passed down through generations, this region seems to guard its secrets closely. The discovery of these footprints adds a new chapter to these tales, one that feels less like folklore and more like evidence of something extraordinary. The question is no longer whether something exists out there, it's what it might choose to let us see next. The footprint is more than an isolated anomaly. It's a signal, a reminder that the natural world still holds surprises, capable of disrupting our understanding of reality. The echoes of prehistoric giants. Sometimes, the most extraordinary discoveries come from the most unexpected circumstances. In 2022, Texas faced a severe drought that revealed secrets long hidden beneath the Paluxy River. The parched earth gave way to 70 preserved dinosaur tracks in what is now Dinosaur Valley State Park. These tracks, untouched for over 113 million years, told a vivid story of prehistoric giants. Experts identified the footprints as belonging to the Acrocanthosaurus, a predator that stood 15 feet tall and weighed an astonishing 7 tons. These footprints weren't just relics of a bygone era. They were a narrative, a moment frozen in time. The three-toed impressions showed how these colossal predators moved in groups, stalking the shallow seas that once covered the region. The level of preservation was so remarkable that one could almost hear the rhythmic thud of their massive feet as they walked. Park officials raced against time to document every detail of the tracks before the rains returned.
Following the footprints in Texas, Marcus Moore on the dinosaurs.
The same water that had shielded the prints for millions of years could also wash them away, erasing this prehistoric glimpse forever. It was a delicate balance, a fleeting opportunity to connect with a time long past. Parallels between past and present. The parallels between the Acrocanthosaurus tracks in Texas and the mysterious footprints in Devon are striking. Both sets of prints serve as reminders that the Earth holds secrets, some ancient, some contemporary, waiting for the right conditions to emerge. The Texas tracks tell us about the giants that once roamed a prehistoric world, revealing their habits, their movements, and their dominance over the landscape. The footprints in Devon, however, suggest a different kind of mystery, one not confined to the distant past, but rooted in the present. They hint at the possibility of a creature, perhaps a relic of a forgotten age, that has evolved to remain hidden. The clarity of the prints, their anatomical precision, and the deliberate path they trace through the woods all point to a being that exists on the fringes of our understanding. These footprints force us to consider unsettling possibilities. Could something extraordinary be living among us, its existence obscured by our own inability to see beyond the familiar? Are we witnessing the faint traces of a creature that has mastered the art of eluding detection? Or is this evidence of something even more profound, something that defies categorization altogether? The woods as a portal to mystery. The Maidencomb Coast Path, with its rain-soaked mud and shadowy woodlands, is more than just a setting for this discovery. It's a portal to a world where myths and reality intersect. These woods, rich with whispered stories and unspoken fears, hold a power that goes beyond their physical presence. Each footprint found here acts as a tangible link to the unknown.
That's kind of creepy.
A fleeting moment frozen in time. These imprints are more than just physical evidence. They are symbols of the mysteries that still linger in our increasingly mapped and measured world. They remind us that, even in the modern age, there are places where the impossible feels just within reach. The ancient trees of Devon stand as silent witnesses to secrets that defy explanation, their gnarled roots entwined with stories that refuse to fade into obscurity. Footprints, windows to the unknown. The massive footprints found along the Maidencomb Coast Path in Devon are far from unique in the broader tapestry of Bigfoot lore. Each print tells a story, much like the dinosaur tracks uncovered during the Texas drought of 2022. In the parched soil of Dinosaur Valley State Park, 70 preserved tracks belonging to the Acrocanthosaurus, a predator standing 15 feet tall and weighing 7 tons, revealed a snapshot of a time when Texas was an entirely different place. The Acrocanthosaurus moved in groups, leaving their enormous 3-toed impressions in the ancient mud. These prints, visible for the first time in over 113 million years, were so perfectly preserved that one could almost hear the heavy steps echoing across millennia. Just as these tracks transformed our understanding of prehistoric life, the Devon footprints challenge our perception of the present, suggesting that the extraordinary may walk among us today. Modern technology has brought the hunt for cryptids closer to home. Trail cameras, set up to monitor wildlife, sometimes capture images that seem to defy explanation. In one instance, a camera recorded a hopping rabbit, only for a looming predator to follow close behind, its massive form raising questions about what might be stalking our woods under the cover of darkness.
He's coming on. He's there. He's gonna pop up in the... There he is. Popping up. Take the berries.
Another video, showing a massive pig casually wandering through the forest, took a chilling turn when a subsequent frame suggested something larger and far more ominous was nearby. These moments, though fleeting, hint at an ecosystem that may include more than just the creatures we expect to see. And then there are the photos and videos that fuel the endless debates. A purported Sasquatch spotted on a golf course in California sparked both interest and skepticism. Zoomed-in images showed what appeared to be a hairy figure, but the faint outline of what looked like pants raised suspicions of a hoax. In Canada's wilderness, another clip added to the growing body of evidence. This one captured unsettling sounds accompanying the shadowy figure of what some claim to be Bigfoot. These haunting noises have left researchers and enthusiasts alike debating their origins, further deepening the mystery. High in the Himalayas, the 1951 encounter. The mystery of elusive creatures stretches far beyond dense forests and remote coastlines, climbing to the highest, most inhospitable peaks on Earth. On November 8, 1951, at 17,500 feet near Everest Base Camp, mountaineers Eric Shipton and Dr. Michael Ward stumbled upon what would become one of the most famous cryptid discoveries in history. There, etched into the pristine snow of the glacier, was a line of massive footprints. Measuring 12 inches long and 5 inches wide, the prints were far too large for any human, and their clarity suggested they had been left recently. The sheer size of the tracks immediately sparked awe and unease in the seasoned climbers. At such an altitude, where life barely clings to existence and temperatures plunge to lethal extremes, The presence of such tracks raised a haunting question.
Something is watching my dog.
What kind of creature could not only survive here, but thrive? The footprints seemed deliberate, leading down the glacier with a purposeful stride before vanishing abruptly, as if their maker had dissolved into the thin Himalayan air. The Sherpas accompanying Shipton and Ward didn't hesitate to identify the culprit. To them, there was no mystery. These were the tracks of the Yeti, a creature deeply rooted in their lore and regarded with both fear and reverence. Shipton, knowing the significance of what he had found, acted quickly. In the biting cold, with trembling hands, he placed his ice axe beside one of the prints for scale and captured a photograph that would ignite global fascination. That single image, haunting in its clarity, became a symbol of the unknown and launched Yeti Mania, a phenomenon that would dominate cryptid discussions for decades. Following the footprints, Shipton and his team traced them deeper into the icy wilderness. But, as is often the case with such mysteries, the tracks abruptly disappeared. It was as if the creature had simply vanished into thin mountain air, leaving behind only questions and that haunting photograph. Today, skeptics might cry hoax at such a discovery. But in the 1950s, the word of respected explorers like Shipton carried immense weight. A few days later, another member of the expedition, Tom Bordillion, encountered the same tracks. In a letter home, he wrote words that would echo through history. The abominable snowman is not a myth. The thrill of the hunt, from the frozen heights of the Himalayas to the shadowy forests of North America, the search for creatures like the Yeti and Bigfoot taps into something deeply human, a primal drive to uncover what lies just beyond the edge of our understanding.
Oh yeah, I see it
Where?
right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you're on it right now.
Right there. You see it right there? It's huge. See it over there? Right there. You see it walking?
Dude, that's on two legs.
Watch it. Get the flashlight on it.
Each blurry photograph, each chilling sound, and each perfectly preserved footprint challenges the notion that the world has already been fully explored and understood. Advances in technology have changed the game, allowing modern cryptid hunters to capture fleeting moments that might have once been lost to history. Trail cameras, drones, and smartphones provide new tools for exploration, capturing images and sounds in places that humans rarely tread. Yet, even with these advancements, the mystery persists. For every compelling discovery, skeptics are ready to poke holes and provide logical explanations. For every skeptic, there's a believer who points to the patterns and the consistency of stories that span cultures and centuries. The Himalayan tracks remain one of the most debated pieces of evidence in cryptid lore. Believers see them as proof of the Yeti's existence, a smoking gun that reinforces the centuries-old tales of a creature lurking in the world's most remote regions. Skeptics, however, argue that the tracks could be the result of natural phenomena, distorted snow, or the misidentification of known animals. Whether in the icy wilderness of the Himalayas or the dense woods of North America, these discoveries force us to confront questions that science has yet to answer. Are these creatures real, or are they projections of our deepest fears and hopes? What drives humanity to believe in something that constantly eludes definitive proof? The allure of these mysteries lies not just in the possibility of their existence, but in the questions they provoke. If creatures like the Yeti or Bigfoot do exist, what else might be out there, hidden in the shadowy corners of our world? These stories remind us that despite our technological advancements, the natural world still holds secrets, whispering to those who dare to listen.
Hear that? Oh my God.
The footprints left by the Yeti on that fateful November day didn't just mark the snow. They etched themselves into our collective imagination. And as long as questions remain unanswered, the legends of these cryptids will continue to thrive, daring us to push beyond the boundaries of the known and explore the thrilling possibility of the unknown. Modern Bigfoot encounters, a mix of wonder and danger. While tales of the Yeti dominate the icy Himalayan peaks, Bigfoot sightings in North America have taken on a life of their own, supported by modern technology. Trail cameras, drones, and smartphones have captured moments that tantalize believers and fuel skeptics' doubts. One video, taken deep in the Canadian wilderness, showcases an eerie scene. As the camera pans across the dense forest, an unsettling sound echoes, a guttural, unidentifiable noise that has left many wondering if it could be the call of a Sasquatch. The accompanying footage captures a shadowy figure moving just out of clear sight, adding a chilling dimension to the experience. In another instance, an individual claimed to communicate with a Sasquatch. The clip begins with an emotional tone as he addresses the creature as a friend, suggesting a connection that extends beyond mere curiosity. Yet, as the video progresses, the sound takes on a distorted, almost surreal quality, leading some to speculate that it might be manipulated or enhanced. The search for these elusive creatures isn't without its dangers. In one dramatic account, a man tracking cryptid footprints in Florida suffered a diamondback rattlesnake bite while peeling bark in the wilderness. Despite the venomous encounter, he managed to capture photos of the snake and make his way to medical help, narrowly avoiding a tragic outcome. While cryptid hunting may seem adventurous, these tales serve as a stark reminder of the risks involved in venturing into the unknown. The allure of uncovering the truth about Bigfoot or the Yeti often comes with a price, whether it's physical danger, ridicule, or the enduring frustration of mysteries that remain unresolved. What do the footprints tell us? From the frozen footprints of the Yeti to the trail camera captures of shadowy figures, the evidence we gather offers glimpses into an elusive world. Each print, each video, and each sound serves as a clue, a piece of a puzzle that has captivated humanity for generations. Skeptics argue that the evidence often falls short, pointing to hoaxes, misidentifications, and overactive imaginations. Yet, for every skeptic, there's a believer who sees patterns in the stories and consistency in the sightings. The enduring allure of these creatures lies in their ability to challenge our understanding of the world and remind us that, even in an era of advanced technology, there are still shadows that light cannot reach. The legend lives on. These tales of shadowy figures and haunting footprints serve as a testament to our enduring curiosity and the allure of the unknown. They keep alive the possibility that our world is still full of secrets waiting to be discovered. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the stories of the Yeti and Bigfoot remind us of one undeniable truth. The thrill of mystery lies not just in the answers, but in the search itself. So, as long as there are whispers in the wind, trails left in the mud, and fleeting glimpses caught on camera, the legend will continue, inviting us to step into the unknown, to embrace the untamed, and to wonder what might still be hiding just beyond the tree line.